and CS Interior Kipchumba Murkomen. Kenya's position in peace and security matters across the world is greatly mutilated as we speak. The Ministry of Interior and Coordination of the national government under Kipchumba Murkomen has failed Kenya. The CS Interior is the weakest link in the security of our nation, both internally and externally. President William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen are hosting war criminals from Sudan, and they are ones who supply weapons for murder and butchering of women and children in the Darfur region. As we speak, war criminals facing international sanctions, Hemeti and his 4 wives, they have been issued with diplomatic passports by Kipchumba Murkomen. That warlord who has international sanctions has been given a home in Ruda with his 4 wives that is guarded by the General Service Unit. This is very embarrassing to the Kenyan nation, that a war criminal facing sanctions by the United Nations, the European Union, and indeed the whole world has been given refuge in Kenya and is enjoying privileges meant for the Kenyan people. A warlord and his family, a man who has butchered women and children, have been given diplomatic passports. They have been given a safe haven in Nairobi with a house in Ruda, guarded by the General Service Unit. We are telling the international community that dealing with Hemeti and other war criminals is not enough. You need to impose similar sanctions. You need to impose similar sanctions to CS Kipchumba Murkomen so that he cannot travel outside Kenya, because he is the one giving diplomatic passports and giving safe haven to international criminals in Kenya. Number 2, as we go towards the general election, William Ruto and his people, sensing defeat, have decided to have selective issuance of IDs. Areas perceived to be against William Ruto, our young people are being denied IDs. In Nakuru, communities that support William Ruto are being issued IDs within 2 or 3 days, and chiefs from those communities are collecting the IDs and taking them home to the young people. Communities perceived to be against William Ruto are taking between 3 to 4 months for their IDs to be processed. We want to call on William Ruto and the government to stop selective issuance of IDs. They should stop discrimination. All Kenyan children deserve IDs, whether they support or oppose William Ruto. And we are putting the Registrar of Persons on notice. If this discrimination does not stop, we shall request our young people, the Gen Zs, to occupy the registration centers, the Huduma centers, and your offices in Nairobi. I want to take this opportunity to appeal to our young people, the Gen Zs. The people of Kenya are looking upon you to liberate this country, because you are fearless and you are tribeless, and you cannot be manipulated and bribed with money by William Ruto. I want to ask the Gen Zs, my sons and daughters, my grandchildren, Kenya, our motherland, looks upon you to save this country. You are the only vote that we know that cannot be compromised. I want to commend you for what you have done so far, creating awareness among the people of Kenya through the smartphone. But I want to appeal to you, my children, that the real transformation of this country will take place on the ballot box. And the tools of change that you need is the ID and the vote. I want to ask all the Gen Zs in the remaining 9 days to come out in millions and register as voters, so that next year you can lead all of us, because we trust you. We believe in you. You cannot be compromised. You are steadfast. You lead us into getting the real transformation of the Republic of Kenya by making William Ruto one term and getting new leadership in this country.